Hi, T2 here with Committed Paintball and Boston Paintball, and wanted to bring you guys up to speed on a little project we're working on for one of our, I guess you could say, supported / sponsored players. His name is Brandon Ray. Most of you might know him as XFactor. He is one of the top ranked Battlefield players in the entire world. He's helping kind of bridge the gap right now between the third person or first person shooter and real life combat scenarios. So we've been kind of feeding him some guns and feeding him some equipment that he could use and kind of send back, but we're going to supply him today with his new main gun. It's going to be kind of a sleeper, I guess you could say. It's going to be personally tuned by us to cater to Brandon's certain play style. So if you've watched some of his videos, he's a very aggressive player, very fast shooting, so he's going to need something that's going to shoot real smooth and real snappy trigger. So we're starting with a fantastic gun right out of the gate. That gun, it's Playing Clips LV-1. XFactor 2 is the flavor, and let us show you what we're going to do with this gun. All right, guys, we're going to get right down to it. So Brandon's LV-1, the sleeper as we're going to call it. LV-1, XFactor 2, awesome color style. This particular gun. Let's open her up and get to tuning. Great hard aluminum case. The gun comes in. There she is. Beautiful. So we got a steel or gray on a light gold / sand. Very good looking gun. So now, taking into account the videos and footage we have of Brandon playing, we know his playing style is much more aggressive. So what we're going to be looking for him is a very snappy trigger, something where he snaps out of a bunker and he can immediately put 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 balls at somebody in a very, very short period of time. So paired up with this dive rotor, it's going to be pretty much the ultimate combination. So first things first, we're going to give him a little revamp of his software. So we're going to load the software in a little bit more modified that we do for the twisters. So this is actually going to have the same electronics and the same settings that our twister model has. And we can do that by reflashing the board. Just turn the gun on right here. As it boots up, you'll see right here on the screen that it's registering an LV-1 is loaded up. So we're going to throw the twister splash screen in there for him, and these settings as well. I'm just going to disengage the cable. So these settings are going to give Brandon a little bit of an edge over everybody else, especially if there's other twister, sorry, not twisters, but other LV-1s out there. This is basically a twister in disguise, just without the milling. So he's going to get the performance right out of the gate. It would be like dropping a Corvette engine in your Cavalier, that kind of deal. So as we boot it up, you'll see we have the twister splash screen on it. All the twister settings are in it as well. So it's going to be fast semi-automatic, unlimited semi, so it's going to be as fast as you can physically pull the trigger. Next thing we're going to do for Brandon is tune his trigger to have a much shorter trigger pull now that we're actually going to be on the micro switch. A few tiny adjustments. Excellent. So the next thing we're going to do, luckily this marker has already had some paint through it, enough that we actually have the regulators broken in the LPR. So next, for the efficiency settings for Brandon, I'm going to pop out the rammer. This is the stock rammer that comes in it. This is your light rammer. And what we're going to be swapping out to is this rammer right here, your heavy rammer. So this is going to allow the gun to run a little bit higher pressure. I'm going to dwell a little bit higher, but it's going to be a much, much smoother shot. The gun already has fantastic efficiency. Give it a little quarter of a turn here. we're just going to dig in here into the settings mode and adjust his dwell a tad to compensate for the change of weight of the rammer. So, not recommended with LV-1 markers to do this a lot, but a couple of shots ain't really gonna hurt it. Put our tank on here. We have a push button on off system, so all we have to do basically is just press that down. The gun's all aired up now. We'll disengage the eye system on it. Turn the gun off, disengage the air. Now Brandon's going to be the one with the unfair advantage out there. It's ready to roll out. XFactor's killing machine. Heading to a new home. Can't wait to see the results. Make sure you keep us updated, Brandon, on what you got going on, man. But I hope you enjoy it. We had really fun working on it, and good luck to anybody that faces this guy. Have a great night, everybody.